Hi, I'm Suresh Raina. I'm from the Hydric and Struggles Global Industrial Practice based in Mumbai for our India operations. First of all, the engagement models, the working models have changed pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. So the role of the CHRO also needs to evolve to suit this change in the working model. The second change is the aspirations and expectations of people in the organizations have also changed. From an expectation that you would be working full-time and completely dedicated 24/7 to work, there is a growing feeling that there is more to life. So how does a CHRO engage with this set of people and get the same productivity performance from this lot? Earlier, the CEO, as you would expect, would be spending a fair bit of time on the people agenda. But as we see today, this world is going through a lot of change. So what is happening is that the CEO is now consumed with so many variables and uncertainties to manage. Rather than the CEO leading the people agenda, my sense would be for the CHRO to take the ownership of driving this in the organization. The second challenge for the CHRO would be, how do you lead a multi-generation workforce? In a hybrid setup where people are working remote and you are managing large diverse businesses and several generations whose interests and aspirations are different, how do you motivate them to give their best and in turn make the organization successful? The last challenge for the CHRO would be, how do you groom talent in the organization when the talent is not looking at a long association with the organization? We are talking about much shorter tenures in the organization. So how do you balance lateral talent, homegrown talent, short-term, medium-term, long-term? I would not stray too far away from the Hydric leadership framework. So when we look at the framework and we look at the key indicators of mobilization, execution, transformation, and agility, this is to reflect what we are seeing in the world today and in turn in the organizations. A lot of uncertainty, which means your ability to identify patterns and then being able to mobilize. That's number one. And then when we come to execution, more and more we are seeing your ability to execute, but execute as a team, leveraging the strengths of different people in your team, across the organization, across the functions. That's becoming more and more important. And then the last one being agility for a CHRO especially, because your ability to unlearn, learn, relearn, it's happening every day. That will only happen if you're agile. You know where the business is headed. You know where your stakeholders are and what they are looking or demanding from you, and you can deliver. The first one would be get closer to business, as close as you can be, because the role of the CHRO is moving away from a generalist and more to a specialist. The second one would be, how can you become very understanding of the technology changes which are happening? And the final tip for the aspiring CHRO would be, take on roles which stretch you. There my advice would be, take on additional parts of the HR operation. Maybe take on a business partnering role along with a COE role. Combine two functions, combine three functions, stretch. Only when you stretch, you will be able to grow.